So this is the quote.
Okay.
You can just read it out loud and say how you feel about it and why you think I chose it. And yeah, just kind of, I guess, analyze it and how you feel, like with my past, how it's made me now. So that's the quote I chose from a novel. You can read it out loud.
You is kind, you is smart, you is wise. I kind of stuck it.
That's just how that's a quote that summarizes my past, I would say, that people in my past have said to me.
I hope you know that.
I felt these intro shots were important to add because my last 4 years of clothing has come from this treasured thrift shop in the heart of Santa Ana. With my mom by my side, we always search for the best finds and typically come out at least $20 poorer.
I was born March 25th, 2000 in Santa Cruz, California, and soon after we moved to Tustin and haven't uprooted since. Growing up, I was a very happy child, and let it be noted that eyes never grow, so even as a baby, my eyes were always big, set, and ready to take on the world. Like my eyes, my daring fashion sense has stayed pretty consistent throughout my life, if it's Halloween costumes or just everyday fits.
Alright, this is the Lew family. It's me, my mom, my dad, and my brother.
Out of my family, I think one of the most inspirational and influential people has to be my mom. Besides always being down to thrift, eat, or check out some new festival, my mom has always let me just be me while somehow guiding me down a path of creativity and open-mindedness. While not always knowing all the answers, she has never shied away from the tough questions, always tackling them on right there with me. We have such a strong bond, and I just can't wait to see where the rest of the world takes us.
This is my dad. I honestly hope I can be half as smart and dedicated as him. He works so hard for our family and remains consistent, humble, loving, and so compassionate to not only my family, but everyone around him. Dad, I just want you to know that your infinite love and support does not go unnoticed. This is Eli. For those who do not know, my brother was diagnosed with autism at the age of 3, with the possibility of never being able to really talk. Because of his autism, Eli endures a great deal of internal struggle, but let's just take a look at how far he's come. Last year, he went to prom with a girl in court, got his driver's license, and was the captain of his water polo team. I'm not going to talk this down. Having a sibling with autism is a lot to go through, and seeing him work as hard as he does, I developed a type of empathy and compassion I otherwise wouldn't have had. Eli, I wish you the best. These are my grandparents, whom I call Mimi and Papa. As you can see, my grandma is full Chinese, which being at Beckman for sure gives me some street creds. Anyway, Mimi is one of the strongest and smartest women I've had the pleasure of having in my life, and I hope one day I can be as sharp as a grandma as her. This is my Papa, one to always have chocolates in the glass jar, giving me the warmest of hugs. I'm not sure how else to say it, but the love I felt from you both was such a monumental part of my growth as a person, so thank you again, and I love you both so much.
I am no bird, and no net ensnares me. I am a free human being with an independent will. Jane Eyre. I've just always known you as a pretty independent person. I'm not really worried about what others think, and you always have your own ideas, kind of. Style and way of doing things.
Thank you.
Yes, this is my best friend Jessica. From the moment I met this independent woman, I knew I wanted to be your friend. Jessica is open-minded, understanding, and overwhelmingly knowledgeable. She's one I go to for advice in topics like boys to research papers, always giving me A1 feedback. For a lot of my life, I guess I felt like somewhat of an outcast, but Jessica accepted me wholeheartedly for the person I am, and this has truly pushed me into further accepting myself as a person. And to that, I say thank you. Another reason I'm thankful for Jessica is Ethan. Although I just met him this year, it seems like we've been best friends forever. Ethan and I not only agree on everything, but we can sit in the car for hours always having things to say. We have the same sense of humor, and like Jessica, Ethan values my opinions. Although this seems minuscule, the subtle understanding has made me see the world in a less cynical lens, open to the people and the life ahead of me. Overall, my friends have really helped me get through my senior year. Each person has so many special attributes that has made me realize the person I want to become. Freshman year, I walked into my first graphic design class, and let me tell you, it has changed the way I see the world. Besides just being my little safe haven during lunch and break, graphics has made me understand the intricacies of life and that things do not just happen, but they are designed. This is my design teacher, Mrs. Manning. Freshman year, she took a liking to me, and I've been in her class ever since. Although we have very different political opinions, Mrs. Manning is someone I respect so greatly. She's so strong and unapologetic about her opinions and beliefs, and for this, I look up to her greatly. Thank you for truly caring and taking me under your wing.
The last thing I wanted was infinite security and to be a place the arrow shoots off from. I wanted change and excitement and to shoot off in all directions myself, like the colored arrows from a 4th of July rocket by Sylvia Plath in The Bell Jar. So I feel like this really represents me in my future because I don't want to be that, like, in context of this book, she doesn't want to be contained by a man, and she doesn't want to be contained by anything, but she really just wants to shoot off and not to do everything herself, but she wants to have that in her, that she knows that she can do it herself and that she doesn't have to rely on anyone else to get her where she needs to go, basically. And yeah, so I want to be the colored rockets going off during 4th of July because I don't just want to be the same thing. I want to be more, and I want to be I want excitement and to be the 4th of July rocket.
In the future, I will be attending Cal Poly San Luis Obispo for agriculture business with a potential minor in graphic communications. And as represented on this jacket in the green strips of fabric, I hope to have an eventual career in agriculture, specifically in the hops or coffee industry. I also want to continue living a life of creativity in all of my pursuits and travels. Thank you to everyone who has formed me into the person I am today.